Welcome to Famous, Then vs. Now. Today, we're talking about 18 kung fu legends who kicked their way into movie history. From Bruce Lee to Donnie Yen, these stars changed martial arts forever. Watch till the end, you won't believe how they look now in 2025. Number 1, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was born on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, California. In 1973, during his iconic movie Enter the Dragon, Bruce was just 32 years old, at the peak of his strength, speed, and fame. Bruce Lee passed away on July 20, 1973, but if he were alive in 2025, he would be 84 years old. His legendary films like Enter the Dragon, The Way of the Dragon, and Fist of Fury still inspire martial artists and movie fans worldwide. At 32, Bruce Lee was the world's most influential martial artist. Today, at 84, if alive, his name remains immortal, a timeless symbol of discipline, strength, and self-belief. Number 2, Bolo Yeung. Bolo Yeung was born on July 3, 1946, in Guangzhou, China. In 1988, when Bloodsport was released, he was 42 years old, famous for his muscular build and villain roles. In 2025, Bolo Yeung is 79 years old and still admired by martial arts fans worldwide for his roles in Bloodsport and Enter the Dragon. At 42, he was the powerhouse of martial arts cinema. At 79, he remains a living legend, proof that strength and style never age. Number 3, Jeff Wincott. Jeff Wincott was born on May 8, 1956, in Toronto, Canada. In 1992, during Mission of Justice, he was 36 years old, known for his intense fight choreography and screen presence. In 2025, Jeff Wincott is 69 years old. He continues to work in film and television, remembered for Mission of Justice and The Burning Zone. At 36, he was the rising star of action cinema. At 69, he stands as a seasoned veteran, respected for his dedication to the craft. Number 4, Jet Li. Jet Li was born on April 26, 1963, in Beijing, China. In 1991, during Once Upon a Time in China, he was 28 years old, showing unmatched speed and grace in martial arts. In 2025, Jet Li is 62 years old. Though semi-retired due to health issues, he's forever celebrated for Fearless, Hero, and Once Upon a Time in China. At 28, he was a martial arts prodigy. At 62, he remains an icon, the man who brought Chinese kung fu to global cinema. Number 5, Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen was born on July 27, 1963, in Guangzhou, China. In 2008, when Ip Man hit theaters, he was 45 years old, portraying the legendary Wing Chun master with incredible skill. In 2025, Donnie Yen is 62 years old and continues to star in action films like John Wick 4 and Ip Man 4. At 45, he redefined modern martial arts cinema. At 62, he still delivers action with power, precision, and honor. Number 6, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme was born on October 18, 1960, in Brussels, Belgium. In 1989, during Kickboxer, he was 29 years old, impressing the world with his flexibility and famous spinning kicks. In 2025, Van Damme is 65 years old. He remains a martial arts icon, known for Kickboxer, Bloodsport, and Universal Soldier. At 29, he was the Muscles from Brussels. At 65, he's still strong, proving true warriors never retire. Number 7, Tony Jaa. Tony Jaa was born on February 5, 1976, in Surin, Thailand. In 2003, during Ong Bak, he was 27 years old, shocking audiences with his raw Muay Thai power and stunts. In 2025, Tony Jaa is 49 years old. He continues to act in action films like Furious 7 and Monster Hunter. At 27, he brought real martial arts back to cinema. At 49, he's still unstoppable, a true embodiment of Thai fighting spirit. Number 8, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan was born on April 7, 1954, in Hong Kong. In 2000, during Shanghai Noon, he was 46 years old, mixing martial arts with comedy like no one else. In 2025, Jackie Chan is 71 years old. He remains active, loved for Rush Hour, Police Story, and Drunken Master. At 46, he was Hollywood's favorite action comedian. At 71, he's a living legend, respected by fans of every generation. Number 9, Billy Blanks. Billy Blanks was born on September 1, 1955, in Erie, Pennsylvania, USA. In 1990, during the King of the Kickboxers, he was 35 years old, known for his speed and power. In 2025, Billy Blanks is 70 years old, still fit and inspiring millions through his world-famous Taebo fitness program. At 35, he was a martial arts powerhouse. At 70, he's proof that energy and motivation never fade. Number 10, Chia-Hui Liu. Liu Chia-Hui, also known as Gordon Liu, was born on August 22, 1955, in Guangdong, China. In 1978, during the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, he was 23 years old, defining the golden age of Shaolin cinema. In 2025, Gordon Liu is 70 years old. He suffered a stroke in 2011 but remains a respected figure for Kill Bill and the 36th Chamber of Shaolin. At 23, he embodied the spirit of Shaolin. At 70, he's honored as a master, the monk warrior who inspired generations. Number 11, Robert Wall. Robert Wall was born on August 22, 1939, in San Jose, California, USA. In 1973, during Enter the Dragon, he was 34 years old, known for his fierce fight scene with Bruce Lee. Robert Wall passed away on January 30, 2022, at the age of 82. If he were alive in 2025, he would be 85 years old. He's remembered for Enter the Dragon and Way of the Dragon. At 34, he was a real-life karate champion on screen. At 85, if alive, his martial arts legacy still inspires fighters around the world. Number 12, Mark Dacascos. Mark Dacascos was born on February 26, 1964, in Honolulu, Hawaii. In 1993, during Only the Strong, he was 29 years old, introducing capoeira to American audiences. In 2025, Mark Dacascos is 61 years old. He continues to act, known for John Wick 3 and Crying Freeman. At 29, he was the capoeira master of the 90s. At 61, he's still kicking strong, a symbol of passion and discipline. Number 13, Loren Avedon. Loren Avedon was born on July 30, 1962, in Los Angeles, California. In 1990, during the King of the Kickboxers, he was 28 years old, known for his smooth kicks and athleticism. In 2025, Loren Avedon is 63 years old. He's retired from films but remains active in martial arts training and seminars. At 28, he was the young hero of martial arts cinema. At 63, he's a respected mentor passing the torch to new fighters. Number 14, Richard Norton. Richard Norton was born on January 6, 1950, in Melbourne, Australia. In 1992, during Lady Dragon, he was 42 years old, famous for his real-life black belts and action choreography. In 2025, Richard Norton is 75 years old. He continues to work as a fight coordinator in Hollywood, known for Mad Max, Fury Road and Mr. Nice Guy. At 42, he was a leading martial arts star. At 75, he's a master behind the camera, still shaping the art of action films. Number 15, Phillip Rhee. Phillip Rhee was born on September 7, 1960, in Seoul, South Korea. In 1989, during Best of the Best, he was 29 years old, known for blending heart, honor, and martial arts. In 2025, Phillip Rhee is 65 years old. He remains a respected filmmaker and martial artist, continuing the Best of the Best legacy. At 29, he inspired audiences with passion and pride. At 65, he's still a role model, proving true champions never quit. Number 16, Cynthia Rothrock. Cynthia Rothrock was born on March 8, 1957, in Wilmington, Delaware, USA. In 1985, during Yes, Madam, she was 28 years old, breaking barriers as one of the first female martial arts action stars. In 2025, Cynthia Rothrock is 68 years old. She continues to appear at martial arts events and acts in independent action films, still kicking with passion and precision. At 28, she was the Queen of Martial Arts. At 68, she's still fierce, proving age is just a number when spirit stays strong. Number 17, Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh was born on August 6, 1962, in Ipoh, Malaysia. In 2000, during Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, she was 38 years old, earning global fame for her grace, strength, and emotional depth. In 2025, Michelle Yeoh is 63 years old. She continues to shine in Hollywood, winning an Academy Award for Everything Everywhere All at Once and inspiring women worldwide. At 38, she was redefining martial arts cinema. At 63, she's a global superstar, elegance, power, and excellence in one name. Number 18, Jeff Speakman. Jeff Speakman was born on November 8, 1958, in Chicago, Illinois, USA. In 1991, during The Perfect Weapon, he was 33 years old, showcasing his mastery of Kenpo karate with speed and intensity. In 2025, Jeff Speakman is 66 years old. He remains active in the martial arts world, running Kenpo training programs and inspiring students globally. At 33, he brought a new fighting style to the big screen. At 66, he's a true martial arts master, still teaching, still fighting, still perfect. From Bruce Lee's power to Jackie Chan's heart, every fighter left a mark. Which kung fu star is your all-time favorite? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Famous, Then vs. Now, where legends live on.